What is up, guys? It is Will here, back again, and I'm in my house, and I'm here to showcase I should probably look at the lens. I'm here to showcase the Moduspace, formerly known as Moducase, DF60. I got 3 of these from a fellow collector. Really excited to show these to you guys because I am absolutely blown away. I was really excited for these cases. I had no idea they were going to be this good. Guys, they are really, really good. Assembly was not exactly fun, but let me turn the camera around and show you guys real quick because there's some exciting stuff to see in here. All right, so let's actually start with a wide shot. So you can see 3 DF60 Moducases. They are actually white. And what's interesting, you can see my collection room is actually a little bit of a mess right now because you know what? I'm waiting for Moduspace. Moduspaces should be arriving to me sometime the end of May. Apparently. I waited about a year, so it's been a long time for these coming. But a collector in Maryland, which you guys may know is where I'm from, where I live, that is actually, he posted them on BST, and it was actually Optical who tagged me and said, hey bro, did you see a collector that posted 3 Moduspace cases in Maryland and for local pickup? I was like, nah, tag me right now. Bet, I'm gonna go look at it. And that's what I did. So I messaged the guy. He was super, super nice. So shout out to Anthony. Shout out to you, bro, for hooking me up with these Moduspaces. A great deal, great collector. Guys, let's just kind of talk a little bit about my thoughts about what's happening here with these. So as far as assembly, I only had to assemble 1 of them. You know why? Because all 3 of them were technically assembled. However, when I got there, my car I thought would be big enough to fit all 3 of them. However, it was not. Unfortunately, I got 2 in the car, and then I said, you know what? That 3rd, it just ain't gonna go. It ain't gonna fit, right? So at that point, my mom and I, who was with me, shout out to mom, mom's everywhere. I was like, you know what, mom, we're gonna have to disassemble this one. So Anthony, awesome guy, awesome collector, helped us do it. And we disassembled it, and then we had to reassemble it. So my mom and I sat down and we said, you know what? Let's reassemble this bad boy right here. And yeah, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see a little bit more. But yeah, let's reassemble this bad boy here and yeah, get this thing together. Assembly, guys, a little bit of a process. So I wanna go over a couple things here. So you can see the lights, they actually have sticky. So there's like these sticky little circles that you get and you peel them off, peel one on the light, and then you actually put it in the top of the case like such. The wires, there is a little container here. See that black thing running through the case? That is actually like a little casing. So it holds and protects the wire and conceals it so then you can run the wire through the back of the case and then down that little patch back there. Sorry, I'm gonna hit the fucking acrylic. So you can run it through that little thing back here, this on the other side, obviously. That's where it runs, and you run the wire and you clamp in these little tiny pieces to conceal that wire. So this previous version of the case, I don't know if the current version has this, but they have these little screws. So if you take this, you can unscrew it, right? And when you do that, it's a magnetic door. So if I screw this off, you can see there's just a screw hole there, right? So it's hard to do with one hand, but essentially I'll show you. And this will probably just be one long uncut video, and that's totally fine because this is not quite a typical review, right? So they have these things, you just kind of peel it off. And the magnets are pretty strong, see? And the door just pops right off. I'm not gonna take it off and put it back on there, but essentially it has magnets on the corners and at the top actually. So then, once you got that back on there, you just kind of screw it back on. Sorry if my hand's in the way, I apologize, but that's how you do it. You screw it back on, boom, you're done, right? So the lights, guys, I will say, I cannot wait to get my bigger cases because the lights in these things are phenomenal. One of the things you really want to keep in mind if you assemble a Moduspace case, make sure you put the light so it's actually facing the other direction. What I made the mistake of trying to do in the beginning was actually probably facing the light so it tilted down on the collectible, right? You don't really want to do that. You want to have it facing towards the collectible. So you'll see what I mean when you get them in hand. It's hard to show, but you should see like just a little vague line at the top. That's how you know it's right. Because if you do it the other way, what's gonna happen is it's gonna shine towards the person looking at it. It's gonna go right into their eyes. Not very pleasant. And also what happens is the collectible is full of shadows. It's just not right. So this is something that I think can really be avoided if you just are careful about it. Because with one of my cases, I actually had to peel it off because I messed up, and that sticky is really, really strong up there, and I couldn't get it off. So I called Brian, owner of Moduspace, and he was like, bro, you gotta take a knife and peel it off. So that's what I did. I peeled off the case with a knife carefully, and then I got recommended actually something I will show you guys. So I bought a bunch of different things, but one of the things that I bought is actually this Gorilla Tape. See that black tape right there? I can link that in the description if anyone wants it. But essentially, if you run into any sort of issue where your tape messes up, then you take that Gorilla Tape, it's double-sided, and you stick it to the light and then stick it in the top of the case. Boom, that shit ain't going nowhere, right? So it works great. So if you happen to install the light incorrectly the first time, you can absolutely fix it. So no biggie there. Guys, the assembly process, like everyone has said, your first one, there is a learning curve. Just be aware of that. No going in when you buy this. There is a learning curve with that first assembly. With the first assembly, I was like, nothing should be this difficult. Life should not be this hard for me, but it is. And once you get it, you understand it. It's almost like speaking an entirely different language. Once you start to understand the language, everything starts to make sense, and it's almost like, oh my God, I'm seeing colors basically. You're seeing a whole new world, like in Pocahontas, right? So that's pretty much what's happening. And yeah, that's basically the gist of it. So yeah, I would say overall these cases are phenomenal. I'm super excited with it. One thing is this is actually like a white material, and you can see slightly there's a little bit of staining just from having certain statues in there already. And Brian did inform me this because this was an old material that they use that is discontinued, that they no longer use. And that's why that can happen. So I'm going to be getting replacements of the new type of panel that they use. It's a laminate from what I believe, so it mitigates and removes this issue. So really excited about that. Guys, the lighting in these cases, I cannot rave enough about it. It is the best lighting that I've ever seen in person. And I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here. It makes your collectibles shine. Look at this Joker head sculpt. I'll zoom in a little bit. Look at that. Look at that lighting. Tell me that's not a good head sculpt, first of all. And secondly, that lighting makes it look phenomenal. Crazy, right? Just craziness. So yeah, really, really excited. These are actually, see this white little wire here? That's if you wanted to daisy chain and run multiple lights in a case. And if you had a bigger case, you obviously would, because you would need 2 lights probably for one case. However, the DF60, I'll put the measurements in the description below. It's like 25.6 inches tall externally. So as far as internally, maybe 23.5, something like that. So not too bad. So these are quarter scale statues that you're seeing. You can easily fit them in there. You can see Kylo has a significant amount of headroom. He fits pretty comfortably, as does Revan. So I was actually very happy about this because this allowed me to get more statues. And funny enough, I have room up top for another case slightly shorter than these DF60s are. So I'm looking to order a custom. And yeah, these things are stunning, guys. This made me super excited to get more Moduspace cases because they are literally awesome. I've had DTOFs, I've had other custom cases. These are by far the best. The assembly, a little bit of a pain, not gonna lie, but your finished product, absolutely worth it. So yeah, really, really excited about how it turned out. As far as the wires, like I said, you just got to be careful with how you're doing it, conceal them properly. You stick that little black channel up there. So stick it in there in a good spot where you can reach everything. And then you kind of just, you can also zip tie these wires if you wanted to. I have not done that yet. Doesn't really bother me, so it's fine. But yeah, it has acrylic on the front, acrylic on the sides. The acrylic can scratch easily, so please be careful with it. I need to actually clean mine. It does accumulate a little bit of hair, and it does accumulate some dust on the outside. not the inside. There is, I can't show it because it's up against the wall, but there are little slots where you slide the wire for the lights outside of it. There's one little tiny sliver, and that's where you can see if that wire just barely, if I could zoom in maybe, you can kind of get the idea, right? That's kind of what it looks like. So if you're looking at that, it's a very, very tiny, indistinguishable sort of little slit in there that can conceal the wires pretty effectively, just so you can run a wire outside of it. But yeah, guys, I don't even know. I'm so excited about these. I am absolutely loving collecting right now, and I'm loving seeing these type of cases in my display. It just brings it to a whole nother level, and I really can't say enough good things other than, you know, what everyone else has already said. But as far as, you know, the negatives, I guess the assembly process is a little bit daunting at first, but if you're willing to put in the time and, you know, and seek help, Jedi Night's Watch Graham helped me a lot. So guys, check out his videos on Moduspace and other things. And Riley helped me. And of course, Mr. Brian Wong himself actually helped me with this. So, dude, the guy, you cannot say enough good things about Brian. What type of owner of a company is going to FaceTime with you to help you and, you know, answer questions and just be so timely and courteous and caring? So yeah, I just feel like Moduspace has so many things going for them. The weight obviously is the one big downside in combination with the assembly. These I obviously did not have to wait for because I bought them from another collector who needed to move on from them. However, the wait time, yeah, if you order from Moduspace, hopefully they're looking to reduce the wait time, that's what they've said, to about 4 months, but I've waited probably about a year by the time I'll end up hopefully getting mine. So yeah, it's a long wait. You have to be patient. But if you want something quality, sometimes that's how it goes. I hope they improve that in the future. But for now, that's kind of what we're working with. So guys, let me know if you have any questions below. I might show one more thing here. They obviously don't come in an Amazon box. It's just what the collector who sold them to me gave me. And they come with a bunch of extra parts. These are actually, I believe, to mount them to the wall. And then you have, I mentioned the light channels, right? Sorry for your eardrums. I mentioned the light channels. This is what they look like. So there's two little things, you pull them apart and they're sticky. So you stick the one side to the top of the case and then the other side you run the wire through and then kind of pull them together. There's a ton of screws and different things. This is like tape. They give you the little Allen wrenches. Those work great. They give you so many screws. You're gonna have so many more screws than you actually need most likely, which is great because you know how many times have you assembled something and then they give you just barely enough what you need? Maybe a screw falls off or you break something, then you don't have the amount of screws you need. Not with Moduspace. They're gonna give you more than what you need. So guys, again, let me know what questions you have in the comments below. Again, I can't say enough good things about this. I absolutely love it. I'll give you guys one more wide angle shot so you can see it from the side. You're actually seeing my studio setup too. So yeah, no problem with that. That's pretty cool. And then, yeah, it's just, they look good from every angle, every single angle. They're just phenomenal, guys. They bring your collection to the next level. So highly recommend them. I'm excited to get the rest of mine. The rest of mine will be black cases. However, no biggie there. I will have them over here and over there. And you know what? If I have white and black cases, that is totally fine by me because they are Moduspaces and they look great. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Really excited to chat with you about this. Got 3 statues in there for now, and there will be a 4th one going up top here eventually. Eventually, you know, you're playing the waiting game here with Moduspace. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Bye. See you later. Bye.